this is Grazielle from Malta TV, the online channel bringing you some of the best highlights of the Maltese Islands. Today I'm so excited to be at the Intercontinental Malta because I'm meeting the newly appointed General Manager. I'll be asking him a bit about himself and also about some exciting projects from this beautiful 5-star hotel. Mr. Bebera, thank you for having us.
Thank you for being with us.
It's always our pleasure to be at the best hotels on the island.
Thank you very much.
As the newly appointed Cluster General Manager for the Intercontinental Malta, could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yes, of course. You want the short version or the long version?
The short version.
Well, a little bit about myself. Well, listen, I grew up in a family who used to travel a lot. Yeah, as a matter of fact, my parents had their first professional post in Israel, and this is where I was born. And then they moved to Germany, where they eventually retired as well. So I grew up in Germany, and when I discovered my passion for traveling and for hospitality, I managed for the last 15, 16 years to work in 8 countries on 3 continents. So I'm a citizen of the world, and I'm very happy to say that I am in Malta now as well, looking after 2 fantastic properties.
Fantastic, that's seriously impressive.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be back on the island and back with Intercontinental Malta?
Well, listen, it's great to be back in Malta. I mean, as a matter of fact, I left Malta 3 years ago. I was here in the capacity of a hotel manager 3 years ago, overlooking the operations of the hotel. And at that time, we were building the new suites, the new Club Intercontinental, the Holiday Inn Express next door, the casino, which came online as well. So it was a very exciting time to be part of this change. And having, passionate owners here in place who are always, looking for investing into the properties and making them the best on the island and one of the best in Europe, it is of course a pleasure working and collaborating with owners such as the Cesare family. For me, IHG Malta has a special place in my heart because I've seen it developing, I've seen it changing, and coming back now is a big honor because this is considered one of our top properties in Europe. Extremely busy, yeah, beautiful, and yeah, it has an emotional effect as well. It's great to be back, and it's great to work again with the owners.
Malta, why do you love Malta so much? I mean, there are all these countries that you've been visiting.
I think Malta is one of the most beautiful places I've lived and worked for a couple of years ago. Now, Malta has so much to offer. Being in Europe, but yet so far from Europe, right? Being an independent island, it has to offer a lot of history. It has to offer a lot of entertainment, sightseeing. And even when you're looking at it from a corporate point of view, right? I mean, we have amazing conference facilities which are second to none. I mean, there are not too many places in Europe where you can really highlight so many, unique selling points like we have in Malta. Besides, I mean, talking about Malta as a country and the culture, I think, you don't find too many countries nowadays with such a warm and welcoming, approach and attitude like the Maltese. Yeah, and this is where it's like I've never been away. It's like coming back home, and I feel really, really great.
Mr. Bebera, so what are your thoughts on the hospitality industry in general? And
in Malta, you mean?
In Malta,
yeah, okay.
And how do you think it has developed over the years?
Listen, I think it has developed tremendously over the last years. The amount of hotels opening up in Malta, it's a bit scary as well, because you see in every corner a hotel is opening up, yeah. But on the other side, it's just another confirmation that the demand is there, that a lot of tourism comes in, and Malta becomes a very, very popular destination. Yeah. Now, how do I see it? I mean, there are a lot of 5-star hotels, a lot of 4-star hotels, and it's good because at the end of the day, you have to, fulfill the requests of the different, targets as well. So as I said, the students of today, they will choose different hotels, right? You have families, you have couples, you have the luxury travelers, you have the business travelers. And the beauty of it is that I'm managing 2 hotels which are actually covering all those needs and expectations. So that's great.
So you're great to be in this position right now.
Definitely.
The specific timing
Absolutely, and the team is fantastic. So something which makes the difference is always the team, and it's always the service element as well. And if you have passionate colleagues who are here to deliver true hospitality every day, this is what makes the ultimate difference.
I had the honor of interviewing one of your colleagues a few years ago, and one of the main points that he put through was how proud you all are of the IG team, of your staff.
I mean, we all go to hotels. Every hotel has a bed, has a great TV, has great furniture, right? A great view. But the only thing which you cannot buy is the true hospitality, the people, and the people from a people element point of view. You're absolutely right. I mean, we have great people who are very passionate. We are running a hotel with 57 different nationalities. So it is very international, and we are extremely grateful being here as a family together, delivering this experience to all our guests, those tailor-made experiences.
What do you think are the main aspects of the Intercontinental Malta as a hotel? And what do you think, in your opinion, makes it so unique?
I think we mentioned it all already. I mean, there are three unique selling points at the Intercontinental Malta. One is the team. I truly believe that we are, from a service element point of view, the best. One of the best, if not the best. Yeah, and this is not measured by by social media or whatsoever. Because I'm not saying that we're not doing so well, but it's about the feeling. It's you as a guest when you're checking out. That you leave with a smile, and this became a culture here, right? It is less a standard operating procedure. It is a culture that we want every guest to leave this hotel happy, no matter what. Other unique selling points obviously are the great suites which we have, Sky Beach and Sky High, which are, I think, nowadays the most popular and premium outlets which we have on the island.
Wonderful. I've had some nice parties up there.
Okay, good. I'm not yet, but I'm sure I will enjoy soon. As a matter of fact, I had my welcome reception upstairs, and it is really indeed a fascinating location. The views are amazing, second to none, amazing. The food, the service, really top notch. And then you have this diversity in the hotel, because as I said, if you want to stay in a family, we have fantastic family rooms, family facilities as well. We have great spa facilities for the ones couple treats, if you would like to enjoy a long weekend and to relax. So we are covering pretty much everything. And then, obviously not to forget, we have the business travelers who are organizing big conferences, and we have the largest conference room, conference center. It's not a room anymore. It's a proper arena, which is the largest in Europe from all intercontinentals. I think 6,000 square meters. This is something you don't find
impressive.
Nowadays.
So it's a very unique selling point, and obviously
definitely
you're covering many.
So listen, I couldn't be a more happier GM, because you have a couple of months a year, you have all the tourists, and then you have the families and the couples,
and then
you
the
have conferences and business guests and luxury guests, all the premium suite bookers, so it's interesting.
I understand more now why you choose Malta.
Definitely. And if I really want to go to a funky, stylish place, I go next door to the Holiday Inn Express. So we have it all.
Mr. Bebera, what do you wish to achieve in the coming years?
For me, as being the general manager of this hotel, there are only three factors which are important. That my colleagues are happy, that my guests are happy, and that my owners are happy. Because this...
That keeps you on the...
secures my job,
focused on
and makes my company happy as well, right? Because this is what ultimately the three pillars are of success. It's employee satisfaction, guest satisfaction, and investors owning company satisfaction.
What the brand stands for, basically.
Definitely. And then if we would go even a step further, obviously, everyone has his own expectations, right? As a colleague, you would like to be looked after, you want to be invested in, you want to be developed. And as a guest, you clearly want to feel it as well, right? When you have a colleague who is engaged and highly motivated, you will feel it, because he will want to make you happy. And this ultimately creates loyalty. So the guest will remain loyal, he will come back. he will leave his shekels with us, and this is a financial success because this is how we are measured nowadays as well.
All makes sense to me. And are there any exciting upcoming projects that we can release now and talk about?
That there are a lot of exciting projects happening here. I've never been to a property where you had so many exciting projects happening like you have in Malta. Now, the biggest exciting news are that we have signed just a couple of weeks ago a new hotel which will be added to the portfolio of IHG. We will have a new Holiday Inn coming up with 180 bedrooms just across the street. So in 2-3 years time we can say we have a Holiday Inn Express, a Holiday Inn and an Intercontinental Hotel in Malta.
That's fantastic news.
Absolutely.
And you hear it first on Malta TV.
Yes, correct. Yes, looking very much forward to it.
And is there anything else apart from this hotel maybe that you would like to announce?
Listen, there are a lot of things which are ongoing. We are constantly, our owners are constantly looking in upgrading facilities. We are going to give the whole hotel a facelift in the public areas. We're going to look into our, meeting rooms, which are, the more classic ones, to upgrade them as well. We are constantly upgrading also the classic rooms to bring them in line with the new style and the new expectations of our, new traveler. And this is where we don't sleep.
You don't sleep.
We don't sleep, and we are always looking for ways to improve. Again, I have to say that you don't find very often so many, passionate owners who are putting their heart and soul into their hotel, and they always want to be, the top of the top. And this is why I feel also so confident that this hotel will make history in the future.
Fantastic, and there's a lot to keep you busy, that's
Definitely.
for sure.
Yes.
Mr. Bebera, I'm going to ask you this question and see if you can answer it in your most honest way.
I am always honest, even if it hurts sometimes.
How do you think we can improve the hospitality in Malta? Okay, we have the 5-star hotels. What can we do as a nation?
If you would ask me what are the challenges in Malta, what I would do better if I would have the power to do so, clearly we have to look into a number of things. I think, we can be very proud to say that we have increased our numbers tremendously when it comes to tourism in Malta. So the airport is something which we have to look into it, right, from a size point of view. But I'm sure it is on the agenda of our government. The infrastructure is something which I have to say it has improved since I was here a couple of years ago, but it still remains a challenge. You're stuck in traffic almost every time of the day. Malta was known a couple of years ago as a construction island. Again, I have to say it is much better today than it was a couple of years ago. But it is a minus, and I feel it as well when we have, site inspections. People who are coming in, they're looking into the neighborhood, and there's constantly something happening. You have new buildings coming up. So maybe this is something which we could control a little bit better as well, because it's massive and there's so much happening at the same time. But listen, other than that, I have to say, every country has its challenges. Nothing is really perfect, and I'm sure that in 5-6 years from now, Malta will be again in a complete different place. And I just had a chat, with some guests a couple of days ago who've been to Malta 20 years ago, and they don't recognize it. It has changed. In the hospitality segment, what we could do, is we went very much for quantity over the last years. So we attracted really all kind of audiences to Malta. Now, looking into some areas of Malta, we're attracting a lot of young people, which is fair enough. It's good to have also young people around. But it should not be a dominant factor. So maybe we have already reached, or we will reach in the near future, a point of time where we can be selective and we can go for quality tourism as well. And this is something where everybody will benefit out of it. Also the locals, right? Because who is enjoying it, having all those clubs and noises 24/7 with partying and all that. So I would slowly but surely get rid of this image of a party island for a certain...
And aim for more quality.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, this was a very pleasant interview. Thank you so much for having us.
Oh, thank you very much for interviewing me.
And we have some really nice exclusive answers from you. Can't wait to share them with everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
We can end this episode by saying follow our Facebook page, Malta TV. You can also follow the Intercontinental Malta page for updates of their offers and everything they have. And hope to see you soon.
Thank you, and looking forward to welcoming you and your audience
and
as well
to the
Malta.
Thank you. Good luck on your new appointment.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Appreciate it.